Hi, just wanted to congratulate you. If you're receiving this video, you have either enrolled in the Higher Self-Care series or one of the courses, one of the segments. Cyclic thinking is what we're going to talk about today. But before we start that, I would like to share all the segments of the Higher Self-Care series. We have Meditation 101. That's the most important because it will give you a meaningful, lifelong practice of meditation and connecting with Source on a regular basis. It's usually a short workshop and it's fantastic to get you started. The second part actually is Cyclic thinking, but we're going to move right on to the third part, which is empowering emotional release. Emotional overwhelm interferes with this connection, as we all know. If you're overwhelmed, you cannot access Source until you get out the other side of that. And so we teach you how to dive into those emotions and come out to the other side of the truth of who you are, which is love, light, peace, beyond any words you can even, peace is just a word compared to the feelings and the essence of who you are. The fourth segment is bioSynergy Beyond the Basics, and this talks about how to remove any barriers to your better health through bioenergetic testing, but more importantly, what you can do on your own, how to eat for energy, how to balance your life, your lifestyle, and stay connected to Source in spite of the world we live in. The segment now we're going to talk about the segment of Cyclic thinking, which really is the second segment. This one I like because it deals with egoic thoughts. Egoic thoughts are what stimulate the emotion that overwhelms us. So it almost always stimulates emotion. Not always, but almost always. Sometimes you'll feel emotion and it won't be a thought, it'll just be a feeling. But most generally there's a thought, and the thought that creates especially unpleasant emotion, difficult emotion, is egoic or low mind thinking, the opposite of a higher mind. And so we have 50 to 60,000 of those thoughts each day, and they stem from perception, perceiving things with our own filter, and that filter will make things fuzzy and not clear, and then our thinking mind, our egoic mind, gets a hold of that and creates a story, and the story totally throws us off our center, disconnects us from Source. Even though that can't happen, it feels like we're disconnected from Source. So as we go through the process of identifying the thought, and oftentimes it's easy to do because you've got the story rolling around in your head anyway, so you identify that thought, you go through the process that I have received from Byron Katie's Loving What Is, and that is, notice how you react to that thought. How do you feel when you think that thought? And then next, who would you be if you didn't have that thought? And this disrupts or kind of shakes up the ego to step back so the truth of who you are can enter. And who you would be is usually freer. Not necessarily, but usually. Or lighter, or many times people just feel, they start giggling or smile as soon as and it disconnects, dislodges that thought that kind of has you by the throat right then. And then you turn it around. You turn that thought completely around. Now, maybe the turnaround isn't exactly true either, but is it truer, as Byron Katie would ask? Is it truer than the original thought that had you so emotionally overwhelmed? When you do this process, I'm encouraging you to continue doing it. I know we've practiced it through class, but as you do it, you will find yourself becoming freer and lighter and whipping through life and staying connected to Source, and just everything is better. Thank you for sharing this journey with me. And if there's anything I can do to support you, including any of the courses we teach, we have them going workshop form or course form all year long. Sometimes we even do retreats. So let us know if you want to get enrolled in any of those, and or if there's anything I can do privately to help you. I'm at www.bioSynergybetterhealth.com.